We get a win. I thought the defense, after that first drive, did a great job buckling up, making them punt, creating turnovers. Really did a good job allowing the offense to play aggressively and get some points on the board and play with the lead. And the offense did that. We kind of hit a lull there late third, early fourth quarter. But just proud to see the way that we finished it there in the fourth. I know they had that last drive, but turnovers and capitalizing with points. This is when we needed going into a short week. And so, again, we'll capitalize on this and keep building going forward. No, maybe this season, but my point being, there's a lot more we can do better. Just some little things here or there that kind of stunted some of the drives on offense where I think it could have been a bigger output day had we just been on the same page with some communication things. And so again, there's always things to grow from. We've hit the midway point in the season now, so now we need to start playing our best moving forward.
How important was it for that first drive after they come out and score for you guys to go down and answer?
It's always big. It's always big to match them and then allow our defense to take a deep breath and get the stops that they then got. So, again, the first drive, they've done that. I think several of the last games, they've scored right out the gate, Las Vegas has. And so weathered the storm and really put ourselves in a good position on that first 3rd and 10 with DJ Ivy. Got a DPI call. That's just the way it goes sometimes. So then you just got to recover and try to find a way to get a stop. But I thought the rest of the first half, everybody played really well.
What did you think of Joe Burrow's performance?
I thought he did a great job. There was a tremendous rhythm we had there on offense going to the midway point in the third quarter. Again, some things that were frustrating that stunted our drives there on the 3 or 4. Jack Jones made he made the same play against the Chargers last year. So he's an aggressive player, and sometimes he catches you on stuff like that, and they capitalized on that. But I thought overall he did an outstanding job.
Zach, how important was it the way he extended plays, especially in the red zone? I think before the touchdown passes came when he extended.
That's the red zone, man. There's scheme. You try to give yourself the best scheme. But about 50% of the time, you're scoring on scrambled or extended opportunities. And so the great quarterbacks in this league understand that. The great offenses in the league play off of that, with the receivers. Our receivers, running backs, and tight ends, I think they all caught scrambled touchdowns today. Did a great job being in phase, and Joe found them, and the line did a great job protecting. It's a tough group. Their defense, man, they show up to play every single week. I got a lot of respect for them, and proud of the way our guys handle that pressure.
Zac, Trey's had a number of really good games in his career here with you. Where would you put today's performance up there?
4 sacks, 7 quarterback hits. That's tough to match. And, so again, there were those moments where we needed that big stop on defense. And a lot of guys came up big for us, but Trey came up the biggest. And we're counting on him to make those plays, and he did that today. Proud of him.
How big was the receiver to step up today? Gesicki?
Yeah. Yeah, Gesicki's a guy we've been able to lean on. And I know there was a lull there in the season where he doesn't get a lot of targets, but that's just the way this offense goes sometimes is Joe does a great job dispersing it to wherever the concept's calling for it and the defense gives you. And Mike has done an excellent job capitalizing on his opportunities.
So is that part of being a pro? Is that whenever you don't know when your number's going to be called?
Yeah.
When it's called, you have to kind of.
There's no doubt, and there's always conversations we're having with the guys. Everyone's human. Everyone wants to be involved and help us win, and so especially. There's always stretches where we're not winning, and there's a lot of guys on the team. I want to make sure, hey, your opportunity's going to come, and I know you want to help us win, and we're going to find ways to do that. And I think a lot of guys did that today for us.
Third time this year, I think you double-dipped with touchdowns before and after halftime.
Yeah.
You did it today. How important was that?
It's critical, and again, it's for us. There's times we take the ball to start the game to try to set the tone on offense and get 7 and put them in a hole. And today was one of those days where we were ready to defer and do what we just did, at half, and I think it gave us a lot of momentum, and it played out perfectly, scoring with 31 seconds left in the half, and defense holding them, and then offense being able to bump that up to a 2-score lead was a big part of the game.
Obviously, Jermaine was a big part of the game plan coming in.
Yeah.
Today. Can you explain?
Yeah, Jermaine was a big part of the plan, and as the week unfolded, there was a lot of positive things people were saying about him, and it was all true, and then late in the week, we just got to handle all of our business the right way, and so I can sit here and say it was a difficult decision to make him inactive, but it was absolutely the right decision with all the information we had. And he's a guy who's going to have, I think, a really good career here, and we're going to support him. And he wants to help us win and do things the right way. And today was just a necessary step we had to make, but we're going to get him back in the fold and keep him moving along and becoming a pro. And there's a lot of things to love about Jermaine. So his best days are in front of him, and we're going to make sure he achieves that.
Is there any discussion of further discipline with him involved in this?
No, I think we'll handle it the way that we handle it.
What was his reaction when you found out he was back?
Jermaine understands the situation.
When you guys drafted him, you stood up still feel that way?
I do. I still think that his best days are ahead of him. We're going to help him get there. And he wants it for himself. We want it for him as well. Sometimes you have to do things that are like what we did to help him get to that next part. And he understands that, and we're going to help him get there.
Is it a bit perplexing still that when the number's going to be called and the game don't need it, that he just doesn't make himself available?
Again, we're there to support him, and we're going to make sure he gets there.
What about obviously you lose a tight end today?
Yeah.
How critical was that?
I hate to think about it. I don't know all the information yet with Eric because he was having such a tremendous rookie season. And just an all-around great football player. He's got that mindset that you got, and he means a lot to this offense. And when he went out, it certainly affected a lot of things in the middle of the drive. It affected a lot of things. That's why we've got the best tight end coach in the country in James Casey, and we've got the smartest tight end group in the country with the guys we have. And they problem solved it in the drive. They problem solved it during multiple drives, halftime. We had a lot of 12 and 13 in this plan, and those guys did an excellent job handling that. And sometimes you would see there was a little quirkiness on the field and led to a delay game. There's some things that you try to iron out in the moment. That wasn't always perfect, but I have the utmost trust in that group to overcome a loss like that and find us a way to get through the game, and then we'll move on accordingly.
I think you'll probably have a better update tomorrow, but do you fear Eric's injury to be?
I worry about it. I worry about it. I don't have all the information yet, but I'm concerned about it.
Anything further on B.J. Hill?
Not yet. I'll wait till tomorrow to update that one.
What stood out today about Chase Brown?
Kept with it. You know, he took a nice shot to the ribs at one point in the game and was able to come back out there and do a great job for us. He's a tough guy, and to get over 100 yards, that's a credit to him. That's a credit to the linemen and the receivers and the tight ends. Great job with the scheme there by Frank. And so, again, just proud of the effort. Allowed us to lean on that. But that's when you can play with the lead, you're able to keep hammering that and getting some runs like we got. And so we haven't given ourselves enough of those opportunities lately. This is a game where when you finally get a 2-3 score lead, you can lean on that and wear them down and get some bigger runs. And we afforded ourselves those opportunities today.
Going off that, how did you feel about the O-line today? Down a man and still able to handle
I thought they did a great job. I thought guys really stepped up. Devin Cochran stepped up. We ran the Amarius slip play, so he's got to come out on the next play. Devin came in, was able to hold it down, get a touchdown. Cody Ford stepped up at left tackle. Matt Lee goes in there in some of our big groupings. And then our force inside that's always there with Amarius is really impressive. Max Crosby is one of the I've got as much respect for him as I've got for any player in this league. And just down in, down out, what he brings to that team. And so he was a huge concern of ours. And I thought our guys were all hands on deck, trying to do everything we could to make sure that we could limit the effectiveness over there on that side.
Did you have a problem with the late hits that Crosby had on
I
Burrow?
could see that Burrow didn't, the way they were talking afterwards. And so I think it was just a unique situation with the timing and the whistle and full speed. I wanted to. But I think I might have been close to overreacting when I saw how it played out.
After 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 last week, did you make a conscious effort this week to win those types of moments? Shotgun, spread, Burrow?
We always try to create the best plan we have, and sometimes it's not going to go your way, and those are always going to be huge decisions that are second guessed as they should be. And so again, we put the same time and energy in this week that we always do, and I thought it was a good plan. Our guys did a great job executing it. Okay, thanks guys.
Here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realized self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team.
Opportunity knocking.